Hey guys, JB here from Alpha Wolf Consulting, talking to you again about quantum physics. And today we're going to be talking about understanding quantum consciousness, and sort of understanding the processes and experiences of consciousness and how quantum consciousness can explain and sort of become the bridge between the spiritual of life. And we remember that spiritual just means my connection to other. So when we're understanding quantum mechanics and quantum physics, we're understanding connection through the universe. But an important thing to realize and understand is consciousness is quantum, not classical. So consciousness is not because my brain has electrical activity and synaptic pathways and neural networks, that because there's such advanced synaptic development, therefore there is consciousness. No, in fact, my brain has been designed to facilitate consciousness. It's one aspect of consciousness, but my conscious thought is not consciousness. That is just my conscious perception or my internal awareness of my consciousness. So we start to understand, if this is so, then there are, we could say, two forms of consciousness within our body. There is our conscious thought, and there is the consciousness that exists within every cell. So it's very important for us to understand this, because if we want to think about it like this, there are my thoughts, there are my beliefs, and there is what I feel within my experience. So should I think that I'm happy? Should I believe that I'm happy? Do I get the physical sensation of happiness, the physical excitement and energization of joy? Do you sort of get it? So just realize that. When we're trying to understand consciousness, there is the consciousness of the mind, and there is the consciousness of each cell within the body. So when we think about this, what creates reality, when we're understanding consciousness, is reality doesn't create consciousness. Consciousness created reality. Do you sort of get it? Does it make sense? So it's to understand that we are not a form or being of the universe. We are the universe. Do you sort of get it? So think of consciousness. There is my individual identity, or my individual sort of ego of consciousness, my experience of life in the universe. And then there is the collective, the universe's experience. That is all simultaneously. Everything that has been, has ever been, could ever be, will ever be, has the potential to even potentially be, exists within the universe simultaneously. So when we start getting into this and understanding God complexes and consciousness complexes, what we're starting to understand is that this idea of oneness, but also this idea of omnipotent or infinite. So when people talk about God, they talk about God as being all-knowing, all-seeing, all-powerful. And on a serious sort of scientific and spiritual note, God is not the universe. God is not the abstract universe. God is the sum total of the universe. Do you sort of get it? So if God is the sum total of the universe, you are a part of the universe, so you are a part of the sum total of God. Do you sort of get it? So when we start to get into this understanding through quantum entanglement and holographic theory, or whatever it's called, okay, we're starting to understand. If at the Big Bang, everything was either in a singular piece of whatever it was, material, okay, or it was a small collection tightly held down, then through the Big Bang, everything is interconnected through quantum entanglement, because in the Big Bang it was one point in space and time, and then it became the entirety of space and time. And when we start to understand quantum states, we start to understand how, if within reality the Big Bang was currently non-active, so it was prior to the Big Bang, it was in a potential state of nothingness. And then what happens is every moment, every second, there is a quantum field that is running potential outcomes. Or like, so if you think about it like this, like everywhere I turn, everything I look at, everything I see is being created when I look at it. It ceases to exist prior to me observing it. So when we want to understand this, it's important to realize, like, I'm in Australia right now. So it's like, I've never been to America. So for me, in my personal existence, America doesn't exist. I've never seen it. I've never gone there. I've seen it on TV. I've heard of it in movies and books and things like that, but I've never gone there. So the day I go to America, when I see America, when I land and I get out and I'm in America, this is the first time that I am experiencing this, like, city, this state, this place, this reality. Do you sort of get it? But it has always been there. It's always existed there. It's just been outside my perceived awareness or my perceived reality. Do you sort of get it? So quantum potential and quantum fields and the quantum states. A thought that makes consciousness, or any thought, is simply all the sum total of possible outcomes. And what happens is based on choice and belief. So what I choose and believe is the right thing for me and will happen. All the quantum potential collapses down to that point. But remember, consciousness, it's not just about thinking about it. I have to feel it with my body, because there are two areas of consciousness. Do you sort of get it? So there are many more aspects of consciousness. This is just simplifying it with the two. But basically, the more I am aligned within my mind to what I feel, within my body to what I experience. So think about it like this. If I hate my job, if it makes me physically ill to go there, if I hate the people I have to be around, like, that is my physical body or my conscious body telling me that I don't like this environment, I don't enjoy this environment, and this environment is actually detrimental to me. Now, when we understand this, how does the cells in my body understand this? Through energetic frequency, through vibration. So we realize that the collapsing of the quantum field into a singular possibility is all potential vibrations that exist, and that's what aligning to. So if you wanted to be a millionaire, it is vibrating at a frequency of a millionaire. Do you sort of get it? And then the money is attracted to you, because through the Big Bang, everything is interconnected. So quantum entanglement says that a particle can influence and have influence over another particle, no matter the time, distance, or space. Do you sort of get it? When it wants to have control, it can have control. Through quantum entanglement, everything within the universe is entangled. So that means I can control and influence any piece of matter through thought, through energetic feeling, vibration. I can put influence over it and alter and affect it. Have you ever noticed how when you're in a bad mood, you can make other people get into a bad mood? Pretty simple, hey? So realize this. When we're starting to understand this, so we've got the one aspect of consciousness. Now we have the next aspect of life. From the birth of our star comes the dust that collects within us. That is our DNA. That is the aspect that gives life to me. We could say that consciousness is unique to this earth, that we are linked to this earth in consciousness. You could say that we are linked to this star, for my body comes from this earth. The life that creates this body comes from this star. The star was created by the universe. Do you sort of get it? Local, regional, national. Do you know what I mean? So just start to realize that like while I am of the earth, meaning I am connected through quantum entanglement to everything. Do you sort of get it? But I am also of the star, meaning I am through quantum entanglement, I'm connected to every star and everything those stars created. Do you sort of get it? So we start to understand, well, if this is the case, what is the purpose of life? And think about it like the cells in my body. What is their purpose? Because we are much like cells. All of us have free will. Our cells have free will. They just choose based on the body's need to work in harmony than disharmony. Just like how most people in life want to be harmonious with those around them and try to avoid disharmony. Because disharmony is not the energetic alignment or the frequency alignment to what makes us feel good. Harmony is. So when we feel harmonious, so it doesn't mean that it's any restriction on specific activities, but it's feeling harmonious within yourself. Feeling like you have purpose, feeling like you are a part of a bigger collective. That's why we, feel the need to be around people and socialize and things like this. And think about it like this. All of our biochemistry in our brain is designed for collective harmony and for, harmony with others. Like all of the things like, for example, dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, all the other biochemicals, like they're designed to either incentivize us to be around people or to reduce our natural aggressive tendencies and our psychopathic and sociopathic tendencies. Do you sort of get it? So it's sort of like when we understand this, we start to understand that through connection to oneself and connecting inwardly, we can access the external. And that is how we alter the external, by altering our internal frequency through our thoughts, actions, beliefs, decisions, behaviors. And then what happens is we have now the power to recreate reality without ever having to do anything other than alter and change our internal reality. And that's pretty powerful.